How do you build a multi-million-dollar real estate portfolio when you only have enough cash for one down payment? The traditional math says you save up for years, buy a house, and wait. But professional investors use a different equation. They use a 5-step mechanism called the BRRRR Method. That stands for buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. Before you start, you need 3 things in place. First, an initial pool of capital. Second, a limited liability company, or LLC, which is a legal business structure used to protect your personal assets. And third, a core 4 team, a real estate agent, a contractor, a property manager, and a lender. Once those pieces are set, you execute the 5 steps. You put your money into the first property, force its value up, and pull that exact same money right back out to buy the next one. Your single pool of savings becomes a self-funding engine. Step 1 is the buy. You need to find a distressed property priced 15 to 25% below its current market value, and you fund this purchase using a short-term, asset-based loan called hard money. This formula shows the 70% rule, which is the absolute ceiling for your opening offer. If you go above this limit, your cash gets trapped in the deal. Looking at the formula, the most critical variable is ARV, or after repair value. ARV is the estimated market value of the property after all renovations are complete. If a house will be worth $300,000 after repairs and needs $50,000 in work, your maximum purchase price is exactly $160,000. Sticking to that number protects you from the holding costs. Hard money loans currently carry interest rates between 9 and 12%. Every month you hold that loan, thousands of dollars in interest eat directly into your final profit margin. In 2026, there is a new regulatory hurdle to clear during this acquisition phase. As of March 1st, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, or FinCEN, implemented a new reporting mandate. FinCEN is a government bureau that collects and analyzes information to combat money laundering. This graphic shows the exact compliance window. If you buy a property without a traditional bank mortgage, like using cash or hard money, and you purchase it under an LLC, you have exactly 30 days from closing to file a real estate report detailing the beneficial owners. If you fail to gather the legal names, taxpayer IDs, and authorized signers before closing, the transaction will stall out. Title agents will not finalize the transfer without this paperwork ready. Locking in your purchase price below that 70% threshold and clearing your FinCEN paperwork on time sets the foundation. It ensures you have the legal clearance and the financial margins necessary to exit the deal later. Step 2 is rehab. The objective here is to force the property's value up as quickly as possible so you can pay off that expensive hard money loan. You must pad your initial renovation budget by 10 to 20%. Structural surprises, material price changes, and permitting delays will happen, and this buffer keeps the project moving without requiring more money out of your pocket. This comparison shows where investors make their money. On the left, durable luxury vinyl plank flooring and painted cabinets yield a 96% return. On the right, custom marble and high-end fixtures cost significantly more, but rarely increase the appraisal enough to justify the expense. To keep costs in check, apply the 30% rule. Your total renovation budget should never exceed 30% of the property's projected after repair value. In the 2026 market, prioritize energy-efficient windows and smart home integrations like biometric locks and smart thermostats. These updates appeal directly to modern renters while keeping your total spend low. With the property updated, you move to step 3, rent. You need to stabilize the asset by placing a highly qualified tenant. Look for credit scores of 680 or higher and verifiable income that is at least 3 times the monthly rent. Set your pricing using the 1% rule. Your target monthly rent should equal roughly 1% of your total all-in costs, the purchase price plus the rehab. Hitting this benchmark ensures the property remains cash flow positive, even with interest rates sitting above 6%. Executing a targeted, low-cost renovation and securing a reliable tenant removes the speculative risk. You now have a performing asset that a bank will actually want to evaluate. Now you reach step 4, refinance. This is your exit strategy. You take out a new, long-term mortgage to pay off the short-term hard money lender and recover your initial cash. This flowchart illustrates the mechanics of a DSCR loan, the primary tool for this step. DSCR stands for Debt Service Coverage Ratio, which is a loan product that qualifies you based purely on the property's monthly rental income, completely bypassing your personal tax returns or W-2 history. This diagram breaks down the payout structure. Current DSCR rates sit between 5.8 and 7.5%. Most lenders cap your cash-out amount at a 75% loan-to-value, or LTV, ratio. LTV is a financial term used by lenders to express the ratio of a loan to the value of an asset purchased. This means you pull out 75% of the new appraised value while leaving 25% behind as equity. The danger here is the appraisal gap. If the appraiser values the home lower than your initial ARV projection, that 75% payout won't be enough to cover your purchase and rehab costs, trapping your money in the property. To avoid bleeding money on hard money interest while you wait for the bank, start your refinance exactly 45 days before your target exit date. Lock in the lender at day 45 and order the property appraisal immediately at day 40. Managing that 45-day window keeps your holding costs to an absolute minimum. It is the logistical requirement to transition out of expensive debt and pull your original capital back out of the property entirely tax-free. That brings us to step 5, repeat. The cash you just extracted from the refinance isn't profit to Stend, it is the down payment for your next acquisition. This graphic shows the compounding effect in action. You recover your initial $50,000 investment and immediately plug it into property number 2. You are reusing the exact same dollars. By recycling your funds, your growth is no longer tied to how fast you can save money from your day job. You have built an acquisition engine that scales your portfolio independently of your personal income. When you complete a single cycle, you have taken a distressed house and turned it into a fully renovated tenant-occupied asset. More importantly, you have all of your initial cash back in your hands. While that recovered cash moves on to the next deal, the property you just finished continues to work for you. It generates positive monthly cash flow, and you gain access to powerful tax write-offs like accelerated depreciation. To start your own cycle, begin assembling your Core 4 today. Reach out to 3 local contractors and 3 hard money lenders in your target market and get your team in place.